I'm a big Luque fan. Okay, main event time. UFC Fight Night, Blanchfield versus Fiorot. We have in the women's flyweight division, Erin Blanchfield taking on the Beast, Manon Fiorot. Blanchfield, the 24-year-old out of Elmwood Park, New Jersey, although she's listed as fighting out of New York. Her pro record stands at 12-1 with, 6 of her 12 wins being finishes, 4 of them submissions, 2 of them being knockouts. She's undefeated in the UFC, 6-0 in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Most recently, getting a unanimous decision victory over the very talented Taila Santos. And she steps back into the octagon this weekend, taking on her toughest challenge yet in Manon the Beast Fiorot. The rising 34-year-old prospect out of France. Her pro record 11-1, so very similar records here, Blanchfield and Fiorot. So very nice matchmaking. It's time that these two fight. Of her 11 victories, 6 of them have come by way of knockout. 0 victories, notably by submission. She, too, is undefeated in the UFC, 6-0 in the UFC. Most recently getting a unanimous decision victory over the former champion Rose Namajunas, who just fought this past weekend. So here we go. We have Blanchfield, we have Fiorot. Mark, start it off. Give us the odds, your thoughts, and ultimately your pick.
So there's some confidence behind Blanchfield. Actually, I should have looked what this opened at because I'm curious. I wonder if it was closer and money came in on her, but she is 2-1. She is minus 200.
Blanchfield, wow.
Yep.
I thought that honestly, I thought this would be a pick'em fight. I thought we would be minus 100, minus 110, that kind of situation there.
So I'm very curious. I'm going to look if I can see the opening odds.
Wow, it's crazy that it just seems super far apart for this fight. So it's been a minute since we've had a fight this. I feel like this no on paper this close.
I love Erin Blanchfield.
She opened at minus 142. Blanchfield. Money came in on her quickly up to like 155, then on Fiorot, where she went back down to like 125. But then in the last week, as we got close to this fight date, she has jumped all the way up to 200.
Blanchfield.
Yes.
Wow. You know, I guess if we're talking about that being a result of the actual money coming in, I don't really hate it because my pick is also Erin Blanchfield. We're going to get to that, but I guess I get it.
So, yeah, to the fight. 3 inches of height for Fiorot, but 2 inches of reach for Erin Blanchfield, which I actually did not expect to see. And, yeah, I'm also rolling with Blanchfield here, man. Manon Fiorot is really good. She's given a lot of girls problems. She's probably going to give Blanchfield some problems, especially early in this fight. But it's 25 minutes, and I think Erin Blanchfield is too good to get stuck on the outside all fight long and not figure Manon out. And that's really what Manon manages to do to girls. She forces them to fight her fight. She controls the exchanges. She uses her length and her front kicks to control the range. And I just don't think Erin Blanchfield is a girl you can do that to. We just saw it. You know, it may take her a little bit. She dropped that round 1 to Taila Santos in her last fight. But Erin only knows one direction, and it's forward. And she will press forward if a fight is not going her way until it is going her way. And as this fight goes on and she makes some reads, I think she gets inside on Manon more and more, and I think she can push it even a little recklessly because I don't think Manon is necessarily like a knockout threat. So I think she can, if she's stuck on the outside, I think she can get a little reckless and make it a little bit of a sloppier fight if she needs to get inside. And I think eventually she starts finding more success with the strikes and then goes to work with the wrestling. And I know Manon is a skilled grappler too. You know, her well-roundedness is what's gotten her to this point, but I don't think her grappling is on the level of Erin's grappling. And I think as this fight goes on, just the pressure and the pace from Erin as she figures Manon out more and more, I think will break Manon late, and I'm going to actually say it is a round 5 submission for Erin Blanchfield.
Wow.
That's a great pick. A great description, rather. Omar, you already spilled the beans, so give us your reasoning behind your pick of Blanchfield as well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think both of these ladies are absolutely fantastic. I think Fior has shown that she is, like Mark kind of alluded to in his description of her, she's a bully, right? She's definitely one to try and make people uncomfortable in there, walking them down, trying to put pressure on them. But frankly, she a lot of the times is not only the more active fighter in there throwing volume, but also a lot of the times the bigger fighter in there as well, and frankly sometimes the stronger fighter. I think Blanchfield will be a little bit more even keeled when it comes to that specific kind of stat. I think that Blanchfield will also be very strong in there. I think the grappling will definitely be on Erin Blanchfield's time and in her comfort in that fight. And I think when it comes down to it, if they do end up getting into any kind of stand-up exchanges and things like that, I do think that Blanchfield has the ability and the will to take down Manon Fiorot and change the course of the round and fight, at the end of the day. I think Fiorot is very good. And just like Mark, I do think that it's going to be a hard fought fight. I don't think there's any part of this fight that's going to be easy to win. All right. I don't think at any point any one of these ladies are going to be cruising in this fight. But I think the fight gets reckless. I think the fight gets wild. I do think we reach the 5th round, but I don't think we get a knockout. I think we get Erin Blanchfield hitting a rear naked choke at the final moments of the round of round 5. I'm going to go Erin Blanchfield submission round 5.
I cannot believe we both took submission round 5. That's wild.
This is going to be a crazy ass fight. Like, I fully believe this is going to be a crazy ass fight.
Could be. I fully intended on taking Erin Blanchfield partly, at least partly because I'm a fan and I'm rooting for her so hard. This is kind of a heart pick. I honestly thought that she was going to be the betting underdog because Fior is such a beast, to coin a term.
Yeah,
I really thought that Fior was going to be the favorite. I really did. So I'm picking Blanchfield. But if I was a betting man, and I'm not, and please don't take betting advice from me, but that seems like a really live dog in Manon Fior, man.
What'd I say she was? I know I said Erin was minus 200. 160.
125?
Plus 160. Yeah, it's not bad.
Man. Is this her first time in the UFC being a betting underdog?
Could
This is
be.
Manon
It
Fior,
might be,
man.
actually.
So also, look, Erin Blanchfield, she provided color commentary at a Warriors Cup last year, so technically I can say that she has been my production broadcast partner. So I'm rolling with my Jersey girl, man, and I think you guys both made very compelling points about the stylistic mismatch that could very well be in favor of Miss Blanchfield. I have a little bit of pause for the size and strength and athleticism of Manon Fior could give Blanchfield quite a handful. I think there is a chance that Fior could be kind of hard to get a hold of and hard to find for Blanchfield, but I'm hoping that Blanchfield can sort of shrink the space between them and crash into Fior enough to get the fight where she needs to be. And I think Blanchfield has a high fight IQ. So I think she knows what she has to do to get this win. And I'll be rooting for her, and I think she can do it, and I think she will. So I will say Blanchfield by UD with a good amount of grappling against the French lady in Manon Fior. And there we have it, folks. You're welcome. A bunch of picks for this coming weekend's UFC Fight Night.